The word intervention can conjure up an image of people in a circle trying to convince a reluctant friend or family member to get help. But a lot of interventions aren't dramatic or intimidating. In most cases, an intervention means one person helping another person to recognize something in their life that may cause harm to themselves or to their community. For GRTs and GRAs, a little pre-planning can go a long way when having such a conversation with one of their residents. Here's a few tips and tricks on how to have an effective intervention. Tip number 1. Set the scene. Choose a place that is comfortable for both you and your resident, but also allows for some privacy. If you're concerned about safety, be sure to let your head of house, area director, or the FSILG staff know you're having this conversation, and keep the door slightly open. Give yourself plenty of time. Listening is key to a successful intervention and requires focus. Try to find a time when both you and your resident can talk without worrying about being late to lab or trying to finish a piece in on time. If you would like, call the Dean on Call to talk through your plan for the intervention and make sure you know of all the potential campus resources to which you can refer your resident. Tip 2. Share your concern. Let the student know why you're worried about them. Use phrases like, "I haven't seen you at a study break in a while," or "I noticed something seems a little different about you lately. Is everything okay?" This communicates your concern in a judgment-free manner. Keep the conversation on the student rather than reflecting on your own experience or the experiences of your peers. Tip number 3. Let them talk. Provide time and space for your resident to respond to the concern you just raised. Don't worry about how to respond or convince them to change. All you have to do is listen. Keep in mind listening is active. Show them you understand or want to know more about their thoughts and feelings by using phrases like, "Is it okay if I share with you what I think you said in my own words to make sure I'm understanding you correctly?" Or, "You keep using the term all alone. Can you explain what that means to you?" Tip 4. Brainstorm Solutions. Help the student think through their options to resolve the issues they are facing. This is a good time to bring up campus resources and walk them through the process for referrals. Be sure to reassure your resident that the situation is not hopeless and there are a number of people who are here to support them during this time. Help them think through and identify their support network. Tip 5. Close the loop. Let your head of house, area director, or FSILG staff know how the conversation went and the next step your resident plans on taking. After you've given your resident some time and space, be sure to check in with them to see how things are going. Ask if they need assistance to reach out to campus resources or taking additional action steps. Let your student know that you are committed to helping them by periodically checking in with them, as well as with your house team or FSILG staff to make sure your resident maintains their network of support. Tip number 6. Make sure you're supported too. Helping other people in crisis can take a lot of time and energy. So be sure to set boundaries and expectations of your ability to help and support your student. Also, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talk to your house team or FSILG staff, campus resources, or the Dean on Call if you need assistance in making sure your intervention goes well. Each intervention conversation is important and unique in its own way, but following these 6 tips will help to ensure that your student receives the help and support they may need during a challenging time.